Let's today talk about scholarships. Come to Sweden only if you have some kind of scholarships. Sweden is a very expensive country. It is not impossible. There is nothing in this world that is impossible. It is possible, but it is going to become very expensive and very tough for you. So this is the website studyinSweden.se. Average student from MIT or from Harvard. How much experience you have in the field. Hello, I am Sayyid Mushabbar Sadiq. We have created this channel named Mushabbar to raise awareness, to support education, to learn variety of skills and to share experiences. This channel is going to help you to discover the whole universe, to open up endless opportunities for you to materialize them to achieve your goals. In this channel, we are going to talk about variety of topics that are important for the global community. We are confident that this channel is going to have a huge impact. This channel is definitely going to change lives of some of the people. Please help us in doing this. About me, I have about 23 years of international experience covering these topics. From last 24 years, I have been based in Sweden. I am the first ever international master's student from Pakistan to Sweden. In 1996, I joined Chalmers University of Technology in Gothenburg. From Sweden, I have completed 3 international technical master's degrees and several PhD level courses on variety of these topics. If you want to know more about me, then please look at my LinkedIn profile. Hello, welcome to Mushabbar. Today I want to talk about scholarships. I have got lot of questions about scholarships from you guys, and I was very busy in the past few weeks, so I could not make a video about it. So let's today talk about scholarships. I have actually already talked about scholarships in my some of the previous videos. I did not make a dedicated video about scholarships, but I have already talked about these topics in my past videos. So if you go back and look my some videos regarding a study in Sweden, then maybe you will be able to find some information about scholarships. So let's focus about scholarships. If you want to come to Sweden to study, then I will always recommend that you should come to Sweden only if you have some kind of scholarships or if you are from EU area. If you are from EEA area, European Economic Area, then I think you can get education for free of cost from Sweden. But if you does not belong to EU, if you are from non EEA area, then you have to pay tuition fee, and it is really going to become very expensive if you are going to pay full tuition fee out from your pocket, especially if you are from Indo-Pak sub-region, for example from India, from Pakistan, from Bangladesh. Then I think you will feel that Sweden is a very expensive country. And even for the people who are living in Sweden, the Swedes, I think they cannot afford to pay such a huge amount of tuition fee for their education. So all the Swedish students, they are going to universities for free. They are getting this education for free, and if they have to pay, I don't think they will pay. So it is really very expensive. That's why I normally recommend all Pakistanis and also our other international students that if you don't have some kind of support, financial support, then you should never think about coming to Sweden for education, because then it is going to become very costly for you. If you are thinking about that you will do some kind of job and then pay for your education costs, then it is not impossible. There is nothing in this world that is impossible. It is possible, but it is going to become very expensive and very tough for you. So how you can get scholarship? I think I have already talked about this, that to get scholarship or to know about what kind of scholarship opportunities you have in Sweden, you have to look at this website, Study in Sweden. I can show you that website. You can actually Google by yourself, but if you don't want to Google, then as I have said in the past in my previous videos, please go to this website, Study in Sweden. I can go it right now together with you and I will explain to you. So this is the website, studyInSweden.se. You can find the link of this website in the description under this video in the YouTube channel. And in this website you can find here, you can find this information, find your scholarship. And here you will have list of all the scholarships. You can even filter out these scholarships. You can also customize this website based on which citizenship you have. Right now it is customized for Pakistan, but more or less these are the scholarships that are applicable to almost all of the nations. So you have scholarship from, for example, universities. There are different universities that they're paying scholarships. For example, Chalmers University of Technology, they are paying variety of scholarships. And then there are other universities. But also you have scholarship from the Swedish Institute. It's called SI scholarship. This is a very popular scholarship. It is also a very good scholarship. It is like you can get like a stipend every month on top of your tuition fee. So and even you will be able to save if not lot, some money from these scholarships. It is a huge scholarship, so I think you should aim for this scholarship. And then also there are scholarship from some other institutes. And if you want to know more about these scholarships, just go to these websites and look for that. For example, go to Swedish Institute. For the scholarship from Swedish Institute, it's called SISGP, and you can find here all the information about this scholarship. Similarly, you can go to, for example, Chalmers University of Technology, and then you will find the scholarship that are given by these universities. And you can also find here some very interesting scholarships from the Volvo Group Scholarship and the Volvo Car Corporation Scholarship. These scholarships are only applicable for Chinese citizenship and Indian students, but there are other scholarships that are applicable to other nations. For example, the IPOET and the Avanzi scholarship. So you have a lot of other scholarships, and they pay, for example, 75% of the tuition fee waiver for you. Similarly, there are other scholarships. The important thing is that you have to spend some time, spend some hours, some weeks, maybe some months you have to spend to find out which scholarship is more appropriate for you, and if there is a possibility, you should apply scholarships from multiple sources. These different scholarships, they have different criteria. Of course, they are also looking into your academic background, your grades and your credits. But for example, the Swedish Institute scholarship, the scholarship from the Swedish Institute, they are not just looking at your academic record. They are not just looking into your GPAs. First of all, not all the universities are on the same level. So even if you are a gold medalist from a certain university, it does not mean that you are better than an average student from MIT or from Harvard. So it is really not important so much that how much grades you have. So grades in general are important, but it is also important from which university you have been studying in the past. On top of that, I think there is a lot of importance that if you have done some kind of job in the past, how much experience you have in the field. So I recommend that if you want to get some scholarship, you should have from 6 months to 2 years of work experience. I think between 1 to 2 years is ideal. And this work experience should not only be a technical kind of work, you should also have some kind of management level experience. For example, you should have experience regarding team management, team leadership, and also experience from communication and collaboration. Also, if you are teaching, for example, your younger siblings at home, you can also show that experience. Also, if you are, for example, teaching in some school or some university, or even if you are taking care of kids in the kindergarten, that experience also count. Even if you are working some odd job, or even if you are uh, doing some kind of a social worker, some work for from for social reasons. If you are a social worker, even that experience counts. So don't think that you should have the best GPA, or you should be a gold medalist, or you should have a very high score to get a scholarship. Yes, high GPA is important, gold medalist is important, uh, good academic records are important, but on top of that also, mm, extra curriculum activities, they are also very important. For example, if you are participating in debates, if you are participating in sports, if you are doing some kind of social work, if you are a member of student union, or if you are serving student union, or if you are doing some kind of real life experience out in the industry, these all things count a lot. And also, it counts a lot that how much you are motivated. So your motivation letter should be very good. Don't copy paste motivation letter from someone else. Think about it, spend not just hours, spend weeks and months to prepare for your motivation letter based on your experience, based on your real life situation. So if you are going to prepare your application well by considering all the parameters, you have to follow all the rules and the recommendations from the donor organizations. For example, from the Swedish Institute, you have to, of course, follow their recommendations. You have to follow all the processes. So don't do anything in hurry. Follow all the processes, prepare your application very well, spend your time, spend your energy, and then I think after preparing a good application, you should hope for the best. And you have only to prepare, I think, one set of application, and then probably you can reuse your application uh, in other places, because you can apply for scholarship from multiple places. And also, not only these organizations from where you can get scholarships, there are also some other international organizations. You can look into that. So maybe Google what kind of scholarships are applicable for Pakistani nations. Maybe you will find out there may be some scholarships from maybe United Nations, maybe something from the World Bank, or maybe something from the OIC. So there are other scholarships as well, and those could also be applicable for Pakistani nations or for some other nation for study in Sweden. Maybe sometime in the future, if I will find something interesting information, maybe I will make another video about that. And also, I should tell you that these scholarships are not only applicable for masters and bachelor level. Most of the scholarships are applicable for masters level. Some are also applicable for bachelor's level. But if you are looking for individual courses, there are variety of individual courses given by not only universities but also arranged by other organizations. For example, sometimes there are courses, for example, for women empowerment. Sometimes there are courses for journalists. Sometimes there are courses for social workers. Uh, and those kind of courses, I think most of time you can get funding for those kind of courses from different kind of organizations. So there are funding opportunities or scholarship opportunities for individual courses as well. You have to look yourself for those opportunities. You have to Google. You have to spend your time and energy. And if you are looking for PhD position in Sweden, then you should know that PhD in Sweden, in most cases, not in 100% cases, but in most cases, let's say 99.99999% cases, they are like a job. You get a salary and you do a PhD. So PhD you should only do if you really doing like a job, you get a salary, or if you have some kind of scholarship. So this was everything, almost everything that I wanted to talk about today. So now I think if you don't know how to get scholarship for Sweden, then you should go to that website, studyinSweden.se. Spend your time, spend your energy, look at these websites, study these websites line by line. You do not need to go to any agent. I don't know why people still, lot of people, especially from Pakistan region, they are going to different kind of agents for help. That is crazy. I have never taken any help so far in my life from any agent or from any lawyer. Everything you can do by yourself, and if you are not able to find out what scholarship is applicable to you by doing your own research, then frankly I should say that you don't have the level of IQ that is needed to study on the master's level. So do everything by yourself. It is going to take time. You are not able to do it in 1 day or 1 hour. You have to spend your own time. You have to do your own research. You have to spend not only just few hours, but not only maybe weeks, months, sometimes maybe half a year to prepare for your application. And after that hard work, there will be high probability that you can not only get admission for study in Sweden, but you can also get some kind of scholarship. In the future, I will also make one more video about if you want to study in Sweden with whole family. Sweden is probably the only country in the whole world that allows the whole family to come to Sweden. If you have a family, if you have a for example family and kids, and if you are going to come to Sweden for education, you can bring your whole family. And also your partner, your husband or wife, uh, who is not studying, they have the work permit to work here. And that is also a very good thing. That is something like a scholarship, from if you ask me, because one person can study, the other person can work full time. That is also a kind of good opportunity, but you need to have a lot of money to do that. um, so if you are a bit wealthy person and if you want to come to Sweden to study with your whole family, that is also possible. And that is very I think Sweden is the only country probably in the whole world that allows the whole family to come to Sweden, and they can even work here, and while the other partner is studying. And probably in the future I will make a dedicated video about that as well. So that is all from me. If you have any question, please write your questions under this video in the comment section in the YouTube channel. So see you next time. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz. If you like this video, please help us to spread this video to the whole globe. Share this video to your friends and family members. As said, we are confident that this channel is going to have a huge impact. This channel is definitely going to change some of the lives of people. So please subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon, and stay tuned. Thank you to all of you. Goodbye.